Have you ever considered how your emotional energy might be influencing your personal finance? It's a question few of us ask, but we here at Essential Academy Energy dig deep, and the answers we found might surprise you. Emotional energy, the force that drives our feelings and reactions, plays a crucial role in our daily lives, including our financial decisions. It's like an invisible hand, subtly guiding our choices, often without our conscious awareness. Picture this: you're feeling low after a challenging day, and you decide to treat yourself to a lavish dinner. Or you're elated over a promotion and impulsively buy a high-end gadget. These are instances of our emotions dictating our spending habits. But it's not just about spending. The fear of financial insecurity can prevent us from making beneficial investments, while envy can push us to live beyond our means. So we see that our emotional energy can lead us to make financial mistakes. Let's delve deeper and explore the top 3 emotional energy mistakes we often make that can cost us financially. Opening. The first emotional energy mistake that can harm our financial health is emotional spending. Emotional spending is a term that describes our tendency to use money as a tool to manage our feelings. It's the act of buying something not because we need it, but because we believe it will make us feel better. Think about those moments when you've had a tough day at work, and you find yourself wandering through a shopping center or browsing online stores. Without even realizing it, you're seeking a quick mood boost, a little retail therapy. Maybe it's a new outfit, a fancy gadget, or even just a cup of extravagant coffee. Whatever it is, it's not about the item itself, but the emotional lift you anticipate from acquiring it. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with treating yourself now and then. The problem arises when this becomes a regular coping mechanism, a way to avoid dealing with the root cause of our emotions. It's when we start to rely on these purchases to provide a temporary relief from stress, sadness, or even boredom. When emotional spending becomes a habit, it can lead to a variety of financial consequences. For instance, it might result in mounting credit card debt, a depleted savings account, or even financial stress that further fuels the emotional spending cycle. The repercussions extend beyond our wallets too. Emotional spending often results in a cycle of guilt and regret once the initial rush of the purchase wears off, adding to the emotional turmoil we were trying to soothe in the first place. So, how can you avoid this? It starts with recognizing your triggers. What emotions drive you to spend? Once you identify these, you can start to develop healthier ways to cope with them. Next, creating a budget can help you keep your spending in check, ensuring you have the funds to cover your needs before your wants. And finally, practicing mindful spending is key. This involves taking a moment before each purchase to ask yourself why you're buying it. Is it out of necessity, or is it an attempt to manage your emotions? Closing. By recognizing your triggers, creating a budget, and practicing mindful spending, you can redirect your emotional energy towards healthier and more sustainable habits. The second emotional energy mistake we often make is letting financial fear control our decisions. When we talk about financial fear, we're referring to that gnawing worry that keeps you awake at night. The fear of not having enough, the fear of losing what you have, the fear of making the wrong investment. This fear can be paralyzing and can lead us to make decisions that are not in our best financial interests. For instance, financial fear can cause us to hoard money unnecessarily, keeping it tucked away in a low-interest savings account rather than investing it where it could grow. The fear of financial insecurity can also lead us to avoid necessary expenses. We might put off medical appointments or car repairs, for instance, to save money in the short term. But in the long term, we could end up paying much more. Financial fear can have a negative impact on our overall financial health. When we're constantly worried about money, we're not just stressed out. We're also missing out on opportunities to improve our financial situation. We might be too scared to take a calculated risk on an investment, or too anxious to negotiate a better salary. But the good news is, financial fear doesn't have to control our lives or our wallets. Overcoming financial fear involves educating yourself about money management. The more you understand about personal finance, the less scary it becomes. Setting realistic financial goals can also help to alleviate fear. When you have a clear plan in place, you'll feel more secure about your financial future. And remember, there's no shame in seeking professional advice. Financial advisors, for instance, can provide valuable guidance and help you make informed decisions about your money. So let's not let fear dictate our financial decisions. Instead, let's face our fears, equip ourselves with knowledge, and make smart, proactive choices. Remember, you have the power to conquer your financial fears and create a future of financial freedom. Overcoming financial fear involves educating yourself about money management, setting realistic financial goals, and seeking professional advice when needed. The third and final emotional energy mistake we'll discuss is money envy. This green-eyed monster is a sneaky saboteur of financial security. You see, it's when we start comparing our financial standing with others and feeling envious of their success. We might see our neighbor's shiny new car, our friends' luxury vacation photos on social media, or even our siblings' new designer outfits. Trying to keep up with the Joneses is a race with no finish line. It leads to overspending, living beyond our means, and sinking into a quagmire of debt. And all for what? To match up to someone else's lifestyle, losing sight of our own financial reality and goals in the process. But here's the good news. There's an antidote to money envy, and it's gratitude. Appreciate what you already have, understand your financial capabilities, and live within those means. Focus on your own journey, your own financial goals. Remember, the grass is always greener where you water it. To summarize, emotional spending, financial fear, and money envy are the top 3 emotional energy mistakes that can cost us financially. Let's revisit each one briefly. First, emotional spending. It's when we purchase items not out of necessity, but to pacify our emotions. The antidote? Mindful spending. Pause, reflect, then decide whether you truly need the item or you're just trying to fill a void. Next, financial fear. This is the anxiety that prevents us from making sound money decisions. The solution? Face your fears. Educate yourself about financial matters and seek professional advice if needed. Finally, money envy. It's when we compare our financial status with others. The key to overcoming this? Practice gratitude. Celebrate your own achievements and remember that everyone's financial journey is unique. Remember, managing your emotional energy is key to improving your financial health. So, start today and take control of your financial future. Before we wrap things up, we want to hear from you. Yes, you, our valued viewer. We've discussed a lot about the impact of emotional energy on personal finance and shared some tips on how to avoid common mistakes. Now we want to know what topics you'd like us to explore next. What are your financial struggles? What financial topics confuse you the most? What would you like to learn more about? Your input matters to us greatly, and it helps us create content that is most useful to you. So please, take a moment and leave us a comment below, letting us know what you'd like to see in our upcoming videos. Remember, your financial journey is unique and we're here to help you navigate it. Thank you so much for being a part of our community and for watching all the way to the end. Your support means the world to us.